Okay, 6 of your hard-hitting questions. I'm going to give you my honest answers here. First one is an easy one. Name a favorite band, album, and song. Favorite band of all time is Sawyer Brown, hands down. Favorite artist is a different story. Um, I have lots of favorite artists. They range from classic to modern to 90s to today. Um, Album, I have CDs and I listen downstairs to them while I bike. To pick just one would not be right to any of the artists. Song, I'm going to say I do have some favorite songs. Um, like when I work out, the music I choose is fast moving. Usually it's people that I only listen to when I'm in a good mood, such as Luke Bryan, Easton Corbin, um, Lee Bryce, and I can't think of the other dude. Sam Hunt, Brett Eldridge, sometimes Dustin Lynch. And yes, I go back to the 90s a lot. David Kirsch, Wade Hayes, Brooks and Dunn, um, just to name a few. I love Waylon still. He's still one of my all-time favorites. Whispering Bill, Becky Hobbs, but they don't really have my giddy-up music, as I call it. Although Jones on the Jukebox is a good one to lift weights to, just saying. Um, but other than that, um, I don't know. I just have so many that it'd be hard to pinpoint just one. You guys are wanting me to pinpoint, though. Listen to this next one. What is your favorite song lyric? Lee Bryce speaks my language. And I think when he says, don't believe everything you think, when you have PCOS and you jump to conclusions, you assume the worst, it is easy to believe the things you think. And I think that if I had to pick out a favorite song, it had to be pinned down, it would be Don't Believe Everything You Think. And who is it by? Lee Bryce. Oh, goodness, you guys are rough. On Married at First Sight, do you think Olivia and Brett will last? I hope they do. Let me put it that way. You seem hopeful for them, and do you see qualities in Olivia that you see in yourself? Meaning, do you think she can learn from your mistakes and that you're trying to guide her? I would hope that anybody who asks for my opinion on anything has learned from my mistakes and that I can offer them guidance on that. I think that being a sounding board where I try to help you all, not hinder you all, is the best thing that I can do. And I'm not perfect. I have made mistakes, and I can honestly say that I don't want anybody to be out there wishing for a do-over or a second chance, or be like, man, if I would have just shut up and listened, or if I would have just not talked so much and gave him the opportunity, or if I would have just seen things from his perspective and not been so, what's the word I'm looking for? Hard-headed, that things might have went differently. I think that's the hardest thing of when you have so many regrets that you don't get that chance to make things right. And that's the worst thing of all. Next one's kind of shocking. You are a good sounding board. I agree. However, do you feel that you are one to yourself? I feel like I do my best to help others, yes. Do I feel like I'm a good sounding board to myself? No. I will admit that I have been scared to fall in love. I have been scared that the moment that I do, he's going to leave. And the moment I let my guard down and believe that it can happen, it doesn't work out. I think that, no, I know. I know that I could be better at that, but then if I was, I would probably fail in a lot of other areas because I feel like I'm not a perfect 10, whether it's weight, whether it's looks, whether it's jumping to conclusions and laying blame and pointing fingers, which I tend to do best. Rather than listening, I speak, and that's not a good trait. My emotions get to me, and I'm very emotional. So I would think that if I could just maybe see it from both sides rather than just my side and be more understanding, maybe things would be different. Notice that you said in the Australian version that it was too controversial. If you produced that show, would you choose not to bring the others from the show that had been on that show on? And why do you not want to bring them on? I did say it was too controversial, and why would I not want to bring them on? We'll go with that. Mainly because I think they were there to cause drama, shake it up, if you will, and see if they could get the others to be unhappy as they are. And you can have a reunion show, just don't do it before the commitment show. I think that what we should have had was maybe a preacher session with the couples, just to make sure they were on the right path before the commitment show. Because I feel like that would have been a little bit better for couples like Michelle and Steve, and maybe even Stacy and Michael. Just saying, to me, that they need a little bit more guidance from above and less problems. Whew, that was tough. Question 6, the final one before I decide if I'm going to go work out tonight or not. Question regarding your favorite color. In years past, you always said it was purple, which was your grandma's favorite color. Lately, you say it could be purple or blue. Have you noticed a change, and why? I wouldn't say that it's a change. I would say that it depends on my mood. I'm a very moody person. What can I say? There's times when I don't like the color fuchsia, when I don't like the color black, or even a denim-like color. And there's times that I would like, yeah, why wouldn't I wear that? I think we all have the right to change our mind. We shouldn't be down just, okay, this is the color. If you're trying to pinpoint that down further as to what would be a wedding color be, it would not have to be purple. Lately, I have been doing a lot of country coloring, not just emotional miracle coloring, as I like to call it, but whereas I've done sunflowers and stuff like that, and I've noticed the beauty in such flower. I have noticed the beauty in the country colorings, and I may not have been born and raised on a farm kind of setting, but I would say that I respect it. I would say that sunflowers are not a bad flower to have at a wedding, and maybe not a bad color to inspire like a rustic type of coloring. But one should not be so set on a color that, okay, this is the way it is and that's the way it's going to be. That's one thing I have learned. You can be set in your ways and not look at the bigger picture out there. But if you are, then you cost yourself maybe your own happiness. And with that being said, thank you for asking the questions. What I'm going to try and do is your relationship questions tomorrow night. Try is the key word. Make sure you're washing your hands, wearing your mask, keeping your social distance, and if you have to, use your hand sanitizer. God bless, stay safe, and stay well.